interesting.
Julio says his path toward turmoil took an unexpected turn when he met Eugene.
We empower kids from the moment they walk in the door.
The door to Youth in Action Now. An after-school program in summer camp many claim are actually changing lives, giving new direction to troubled kids, fostering self-esteem, and offering a sense of belonging to something other than gangs.
I want to reach kids before they get involved in gangs, before they get in crisis.
At this modest center, leased from the Mennonite Church on South 6th Street, the afternoon starts off with homework. Then there's the typical arts and crafts, computer games, foosball, and a few volunteers to help. But look closer, and you'll see Youth in Action building character. Over in this corner, Eugene leads a discussion on controlling anger.
What would you do if a kid did something to really hurt your feelings? How would you deal with that?
Talk to them about it.
One of the things that makes Youth in Action Now work is because kids feel empowered. They feel responsible here for their own actions.
Youth in Action seems to be working for Julio.
Julio was a very cocky kid when he first came, a little arrogant. So I said, well, how would you like to help out down at our food pantry?
That type of responsibility challenged Julio like no one had ever done before.
I'm a responsible person. I'm the type of person who don't like being bored. So this keeps me interested.
I know he's changed a lot. He's got real responsible. I don't have to tell him as often to do things. He does it.
Now he comes home, he takes care of his stuff, you know. He goes upstairs, cleans his room, takes care of his brothers and sisters.
And Julio's not alone.
I'm getting Youth in Action. And I'm getting like A's, B's, and C's.
I'm not getting as much trouble with my mom. He's teaching me how to control my anger.
It doesn't look like much, you know. It doesn't look like a boys club or anything like that, a real fancy place. But it's what happens inside the doors that, you know, changes the kids.
And somehow there's a kind of magic that comes by working on the self-esteem of every child.
What you see is what you get here at Youth in Action Now. No fancy jungle gyms or basketball courts out back. Just some basic resources. So what makes it work? Many say the strict yet compassionate founder, Eugene McDuffies.
He listens. He knows how to explain to the kid, like he knows where they're coming from.
Because he shows us to care about other people and yourself.
It helped me a lot from different programs that we're doing. The STP, Stop Talking Pain program, and Eugene talks to you a lot.
Remember the winner for this week's points?
A former Kids Peace counselor, Eugene started the program more than 3 years ago with his own money. At that time, he helped 5 kids with their homework. Now, he's up to more than 50.
Well, when you first see Eugene and meet him and see him with the children, you know that he has magical quality. He really understands what children and human beings are all about.
I'm trying to throw opportunities out there in front of them. It's almost like I'm trying to join them gate, and I'm saying, you can be a leader.
Eugene's faith in each of these kids helps build their self-confidence. He's a role model in a day when role models are hard to find, and a source of stability for many kids who return to broken homes.
His energy is boundless. His heart is so wide open.
Eugene is a wonderful person, and I thank him a lot.
It's a bare-bones operation, always needing funds, but Eugene makes the most of what he has. Patience, love, and dozens of kids who need someone to believe in them. For Lehigh Valley Tempo, I'm Jeff Jericho reporting.
Once teenagers go to escape the streets, but tonight it's the scene of a heartbreaking crime. Volunteers at Youth in Action on South 6th Street in Allentown are still cleaning up after vandals struck this weekend. Someone broke into an upstairs apartment, clogged the drains, turned the water on, and left. Water flooded down into Youth in Action, destroying the ceiling and all the food in the pantry.
This is not going to deter us in any way. I mean, it's not going to make us, you know, we're not going to run under a rock and hide. You know, our doors will be open today. Our doors will be open tomorrow.
Anyone with information about this crime is asked to call Allentown Police.
Joining the gang leads to drugs, addiction, death, and jail. You could hurt somebody, you could be hurt.
Yet each day, more and more Allentown kids as young as 8 join gangs. Eugene McDuffies is the director of the city's Youth in Action program. For the past 7 years, he's been pulling the gang members off the street and into his program.
This task force will be able to get information that probably normally kids would not give to like a probation officer or a policeman.
Gang members like Colin Primer and Andrew Dennis, who've been in and out of jail, now they found the program and they're going to graduate.
I was selling drugs, making money, but I was risking my life. I'm saying I got locked up and just like, came to my senses, like that ain't my lifestyle. I could be more than this.
A lot of kids join gangs for comforting. There's plenty of other options. Youth in Action Now is a good one.
Former gang member Emily Anelius has been shot at. She had her home burned to the ground and put her 10 children at risk because of her gang. She even was forced to move across the country to escape the life. Now she shares those experiences with the kids of Allentown.
You might teach a good kid and the kid's values and everything else, but you got gang members out here that will manipulate your kids. My mom can't buy me sneakers, so they'll go buy your kids sneakers. Or they'll go and take the kids out to McDonald's. While Youth in Action can't give kids the money and sneakers gangs can, they offer a new way of life that won't have them dead or in jail by the time they're 30.
They don't have to believe the hype about that there's no way out. There is a way out.
In Allentown, Carl Madonna, 69 News.